shop is open for business.
Abracadabra. The abracadabra. Go ahead. I'm good. Yo, I'm good.
You tell me about it.
Hello.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Cause I went the way you are. Oh, hello, honey. Hello, honey, varsity silly, who have I to say no? He's up a hill of bee. Pause a piece of a silly. Those old someone songs, huh? Tiama'a. 5 stars. Polymite Express. That was the first Samoan album I had that I turned Becky onto. She's like, man, it sounds like every song Samoan's playing. What was that one? Tinga, 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 la la.
Sorry. That's only because it was all about the point after, and what was it before that?
Yeah. Dales.
Yeah, I'm OG Dales.
Okay, OG Dales. Talo for lover. Hot oregano tea with some orange peels. Our topic for today. Before today, last night we had lasagna. Oh my God. If you could smell this house, it's all lasagna way. Something that only happens once in a blue moon. May I have that, please? What's that? Ladies and gentlemen.
It might be another 20 years before I make it again. From scratch.
Yep. My head is now a lasagna. Oh, there goes the fork. Sound effects. There goes lasagna. That thing is as big as my head. Well, it's like a third of my head, fourth of my head. Thank you, sir. Just leave it in that.
Good morning, everybody.
That is from the team, Swag G and Becky Beck. Or as they call it, Rebecca.
Only when I fight.
On this side of Waitongi Way. So ASG 123. ASG 1 2 3 1 2 3 3.
Hey, we're the West Side Cab.
If you're on the west side,
Morning, Margie and Viola.
west side cat. Man. What's the last time we had like this episode? Right, what, the Wednesday of Flag Day? Huh. Yeah.
You did,
Yeah. Because it was in the car and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been what, a week? A week. That was the original schedule, huh? Weekly schedule. Man.
Yep.
They had the King Tides lately.
Oh man, we started yesterday.
Oh yeah? Yeah. The King Tides. And my friend from the East, man from the East. The man from the East.
What are my magi's?
He watches the East Coast. And he said, yeah. The King Tides hit the shore. It was on the shores of Loli. Le loko ngā rau li ia rua kau to the end. Where's the talingalu?
When they have the king tides, it's always interesting trying to do the drive from Nu'uli to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because you realize how high that water is.
Splashy splash.
Yeah. Make sure to rinse off your trucks.
All right. 1, 2, 3. So number 1, ASG. Let's take it from number 1. Started with the elections. Right? That was number 1. So everything was hunky-dory and, well, what's another word for celebration?
Muy felicidad.
Celebration.
Very happy face.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz. Yeah, feliz.
We'll work with you.
Feliz Navidad.
We'll work with you.
You know, all the things that came out with Lemanu and La Pui and their administration, you know, the last year. There was a lot of good things just in last year that L&L had done right. I mean, as perfect as it could get.
For extra $1 million for Medicaid.
With Medicaid, Lemanu and Sandra King Young were able to get $6 million up the budget of Medicaid from $2 million. Now, backstory on that was the original, I believe, if I'm correct, that was the original amount when Lolo brought in Sandra King, when it was Sandra King back then. And it's been operating with that amount, or gradually, ever since. But Medicaid needed more. So with all the things that was happening with Lemanu, all the things that he was trying to adjust, to all the things that he was trying to make sure that is either near data completion or some kind of completion, the confusion was the record keeping. The record keeping. The confusion was there were so many projects and so many rules broken that even though as a politician, that still is someone to ask, to, you know, it is always a piper needs to be paid. So with those actions, even though it was for the people and not for the monetary value, look at I have a clip. I'm not Joe Rogan. But next time I will play the clip for you because I have to ask authorization. Is when during the first debate, Lemanu said something along the lines, if they lock us up, or something about the money that, I know that the money that people are talking about, which is true, he just came right out and said that. And Lemanu said, if we get locked up because of that money, so be it. I would have let you know. You know how profound that is? I find that now looking back on it. He was telling the truth. Governor Lemanu was telling the truth because he knew that it was for the people. He knew that it was for the betterment of American Samoa. He knew. And the people, we were so enveloped with all these things going, projects going, but all these projects, Lovely, you know, Paramount, you know, seawalls, wharf, like Togi Park, all these things. Just bam, 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 cashing out, bam, cash, bam, project, bam, project. Doing things for the people. That's fantastic. But, however heartfelt it was of his service to the people, rules still needed to be followed. And I'm not talking about federal rules and all that stuff. When all else breaks down, communication is what broke down. You name it. What do I mean? Well, let me demonstrate. I just told you what happens. Just told you what happens when communication breaks down. So everything that's going on, that went on then, the intentions were well. But, yeah, good intentions. I've always said a saying I said, the road to good intentions is paved with.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Did I just say that? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. That's what I meant.
Were you having a Papa Roach moment?
I was having a pop. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I say because now we're looking at this administration. It's different. Meaning, the man who told the truth about the situation when the people's voice came up, when the people's voice were raised. You see what I'm saying? The people's voice. No matter how much you think that how powerful you are in American Samoa, it's the people's voice. So you might fool people one time, you might fool people the other time, but don't take people for a fool. That's what I heard. So Lemano Lapui, I know one personally, Marist alumni. They're both Marist alumni. And
Friendship over this whole thing too.
now reflecting on that compared to what we have now, was it change that we wanted? Yes. We wanted to change the process. We didn't know what the process was, but we wanted to change. Well, I'm going to tell you the process. The process is accountability, spendability, ability, which means reporting. Talk to the people. Press conference. Open to not just the press, but independent media. I did go see the governor when he called me to come and meet with him and talk about these things I say about him. Yes, he's a fan. A good fan and a good fan, he's still a fan. A fan is nothing but a word you say when someone is following and being influenced by we're talking to. So everybody, you, me, Ricky Lee, Bobby Hill, Jonah Wills, Tony Braxton Texas. You remember Tony Braxton, singer? Yeah. You are the world to me. Yeah. And administrations come and go. Thank God that I'm here for this administration coming in. You know, I'm thankful that I get to experience this. Someone who is from here went off, got educated, came back, and made some stuff, came back, and that's the testimony of how good our people are. But sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Like how they sold the hope. It was a good intention to sell the hope, and
Like all the old people, the elderly people tell me,
right? Yeah. You're right about that.
ele guva mo pesca haka. Orange peel. Ele guva mo pesca haka. O fiangi aso. Ko vanga ia. Nick Pula.
No way.
Ua
No way.
fa. Savali ba sing le lima. Oh, it's not 30 days yet. Oh, it's not 40 days yet. Oh, it's not 60 days yet. It's been 100 days past. Okay, that's a standard. That's a standard. That is the standard. That is your test. That's the only time you're given. Some people give 6 months, but that's for people in that go under this one person. So you went through the audition, you got the part. Are you playing the part right?
Apparently not, man. This guy is...
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to the lieutenant governor. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Uncle, yeah. You doing
So who?
LT, the lieutenant governor.
Oh, Pulu?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man. The statements, that is number, now that, you guys brought up number 2. Let's go back to finish number 1. All the things from the 100 days, and the Flag Day, that's the speech. So let's go a little bit for the January to now. The transition team, it was an untransition team. Now,
You call it transition team. It looked like a cluster poop to me.
that was like, somebody, like, somebody goes to another land, and they see with books and menu goes, and then they look at the natives and they go, ooga booga. It's like, and then they go in and isolate themselves. And the natives are left like, ooh, what the jelly bean just happened?
I wonder how they taste like.
I wonder how they taste
The other white meat.
See, old was.
Hey, I can say that, okay?
It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
It's just
Little
joking.
sauce on there.
So, thing finga malo there ka ko wai was say it was turned around. Womai ka ngaka nga mai fafo. And you hear it all the time. Excuse me, all my life, younger time. Do you want her?
What? Oh, I thought you wanted one lasagna.
No, there's a bottle of water there for you guys.
Aquí?
Yeah, that's for you guys.
That's it.
And I even have to take care of the producers too. All the hoopla in these government administration, the positions. How can you, honestly, how could one person that comes in, okay? Well, let's stick to the point. Oyengime will fire? I think so. But most of them are continuous projects that have to keep going because they're paid with federal funds. So I see ARPA signs all over town.
Yeah. Yeah. In front of buildings that apparently were funded by.
No, apparently it's fun. Yeah, it's ARPA. They have to display that. So if you see an ARPA sign, that means that is where the ARPA money is going. Yep. So it's going to be a lot of ARPA signs, hopefully, because that money is gone by December 31st, 2026.
They found.
So you have less than 2 years to find out. Under pressure.
Use it.
I'd say take that ARPA money and pave all the way from the golf course to Turtle and Shark, and make my house a tolling booth.
Yeah, you're funny.
It was zip line.
No, just put some bumps. Too many cars speeding up and down.
Oh, hell
Yeah, let's stay on point though.
And you know what, you to see it? Some of those cars that are flying down the street,
No.
they're yellow plates.
Yes.
So that there,
All you yellow plates coming down my drive.
especially the DOE.
Pretty soon you're gonna see a guy that looks like an ape from Wakanda.
Back to what we were talking about. Number one, finishing number one, is that the transition into this 2025, there was all like, it seemed like there was no plan. What are we going to do if we win, sir? Let's just get through the campaign. Oh, well, let's say this, and let's say that, let's say this. Let's go with that. But, sir, you're going to need a solid lieutenant governor candidate. Do I have to? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Because in American Samoa, the ticket is a together ticket. It's not a split ticket. Now, if it's a split ticket, he could run for governor as himself, but not here. Didn't they just do that in Hawaii? Yeah. So, and then and then switch over to the impeachment that the Senate already passed, now waiting for the House response, and the House doesn't come into session until like June, July. So we got about a month or two before those proceedings. What we can hope for is talk to your Faipule. Talk to your Faipule. And tell them, or then ask them, could you please do something about it? And they will. They will have your best interest at heart. Oko Faipule, they represent you in each of the districts. And of those of you off island in the good old America, hello America, good afternoon there America. Excuse me. It has to. Jeez, I don't know. There's just so many things I want to say, but I'm working on it. See, it wasn't like this before. I'm working on it because all this transitional, it seems like it's still transitional. It's still transitioning. Like Ning, has it not transitioned? See I say that? Transitioning. At a point of transitioning, should it already been transitioned? Situated. 90 days is when they're boom. 100 days is the marker, because that is what the standard is. 100 days, like, are we gonna hold a press conference? Oh yeah, we said that during the last press conference. So the first press conference was in the press conference? Like, no, sir. You said there will be a 100-day press conference. So why did I hold a press conference at that other day? I don't know, sir. But you felt like it was time to hold a press conference. You couldn't wait the 100 days. And then you have another thought, like, well, if after a time, then we'll think about it and revisit the subject. Yeah.
If you plan to fail, then you plan to
If you plan to fail, you'll fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So now I'm catching from the Lemon administration into this administration during the election. Was there any doubt in their mind that the L&L and PNP, L&L was taking a shot to see if the people still has confidence in them. The problem, or no, let's go about the other one. The VNT wanted social justice and betterment of the people. PNP want hope and change. All right, hope and change.
That's what they sold.
So okay, I'll go back. Remind me to go back about that hope and change. Okay.
Liar, liar, party fire.
Okay. So L&L was already here. Basically, I wouldn't say 100% because there's nothing that's absolute. But for the best of it, L&L was doing a great job. Hats off to you, Lemanu and Lapui. Or it was L&T back then. LT, the team, the dream team. That was the hope and change that I thought when I was in the States, making my plans on the way here. That was a hoping team. That was the team that I thought that I was going to come back to Samoa and be a part of on its second term. I wanted to be present to see what changes my generation. This is basically a generation right above my generation. So we look at their leadership. We all went to school. We look at their leadership and how it serves the community, and find a way for me to serve the community in the same, But they were too busy because COVID money was coming down. There's all these money from Congress, and he was busy. That's where I say the mistake was. He was too busy, but it was falling apart. So either he was unadvisable, or he didn't care, or he just said, just do it and then we'll figure it out later. So any of those responses, all those responses are human. But you have to make sure that in things that deals with money, you have to have all your bells there. They all have to be ringing. These warning bells, ring, ring, ring. So that was, and then number 2, Flag Day. Bam, bam. Flag Day. America Samoa. Uero watunu upele. 125 years with this deal that we got. So I'm going to put a Trumparian and say something about that. We're 125 years old. What deal do we have right now? What can we do to enrich our people?
Become independent.
It's not going to be working for the government. Stark is an industry that's been here, and the people are still in the same shape. What can we do to change for the betterment of the people in industry? Seabed mining? Yes, all of my family.
Apparently this governor's sport, man, no.
What we do out is put out the kids in sport. Yes, that's taking care of that. But we still, if we're going to live in this lifestyle that we live, then figure out a way that it will enrich our lives. Look at Burkina Faso. There's some good stuff happening there. But for here, we need a Ibrahim Traore. Traore? Ibrahim.
Yeah, there's a guy named.
There's a guy named Ibrahim. Examples not go. This government needs to be advised. So whatever level there's a breakdown of communication, whatever level there seems to be not happening, and all the bells not ringing, ring those bells. You know, the American Samoa is threatened right now by seabed mining, overzealous tour professionals, which is still some of this whole thing. You know, ocean, land, and does our governor really fathom?
Fathoms greed.
It's very greedy.
I'm just saying.
It's very greedy. I'm sorry, man. That is just wrong, Governor.
So you have everything that are lining up. There's a lot of things lining up. Yeah, it was disappointing. Lining up is the potential to make this place great. Not again, but great. Get as great as you can. The people are talking. The people are talking. Like blah 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 blah. Here there goes another 3 years. So the decisions, communication, consideration.
People say Uli is saying what's up.
Sorry.
Salve, Oliva. How are your chickens?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alex.
Impeach?
Impeach that guy, man.
Oh man.
If you're forcing good money, that's
When
what
people
the
are
person you really are, man.
people are allowed to make up their mind. You don't tell a person what to do, what to think, without repercussions. You know, you have to keep the mind free. Those who are still asleep will still be asleep for a long time. And some who are awake but still pretend to be asleep, it needs to get the F up. Get on up. Get up. This is your revolution. It's Samoa coming into 125. Look at what's happening. Not just in American Samoa. Now we still have to wait for the eggs to be imported, and there's eggs right across the way. They did Samoa Atoa. They brought it to together, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. How can we survive?
How can you shut up trading? That's trading.
Can the current guy do it?
We get our gas from Singapore, right?
We get our gas from Singapore
Is that correct? 'Cause that's what
and our eggs from Samoa.
We can't get.
but we can't get
I thought we were allowed to trade. I thought we had the what's that self-determination thing with the trading too. Now people have to tell us who to trade with and not to trade with. Why? Well, it didn't make us citizenships. See, that's the other argument. Other side of the coin. Citizenship. Why are they fighting the citizenship? What kind of thing that we can lose our lands and titles? Then make a new deal. Come up with a new deal. Are you that afraid to have Uncle Sam said, well, F you, we'll take our money and go? I said, well, the F you.
Okay.
We'll take our ports and you leave. Out them ways. And then reach over to the west and said, come on, brothers. Either this is the opportunity. Either we come together now as a nation, as a nation, an independent sovereign nation, once and for all the Samoan Islands.
Look at the power we have. Look at the power.
So that's an extreme. But that's what could be. That's what could be. That what this whole thing. Well, 125 years. Thank you very much for giving us democracy and then your civilization. I think we got it from here. And if this governor approves sea mining, which there's no official word, then we're locked in for a long time. You get one company in. Impossible Metals.
Yeah, man.
Let me explain it to you this way. If you were to go to a family's house, and they would give you, here, take some plates. They put all the good stuff in there. Give it to you, wrap it up, put it in a bag, and you bring it home. Right? Jamaica. Jamaica, Rebecca.
Jamaica.
Tea. Jamaica, Rebecca. Tea. Jamaica, Rebecca.
Her name, I like her already.
Tea. Man, this is just people fooling themselves. Fooling themselves. Wake up. Wake up, wake on up. Wake up, wake on up.
I'm wondering if they ever read on that. For more effort.
1979, sea mining left a scar, and 40 years at some parts of the Pacific, still recovering. I have a theory.
I have a theory.
They've always been around. But this is going to be probably the first commercial venture onto the floor. They went to the other floors, but it wasn't deep like the Pacific. That we're deep, so deep. So deep.
You know he can't
Deep.
resist. You know he
How
can't
deep is it?
resist.
So deep. You know, we're volcanic islands. We're in the ring of fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Come Johnny Cash.
There's the ring of fire. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the ring of fire. That whole thing that comes around Asia, all the Asian countries now they're having earthquakes and tsunamis and all that are part of the ring of fire. But they're outside the ring of fire. Who sits in the ring of fire? Samoa is right in the center of the ring of fire. All right. And the ring of fire goes all the way this. From Korea to Japan, Russia. Yeah. New Zealand, Australia, they're all part of that. It just looks like a ring. But they only identify when they say the ring, it comes and it hits right below the equator. And then some. Right in the center of the road. And they said, Sir! Sir! Where are my lemon? The walla? Jump. Last track to fast track to hell. Yep. Telling you Jamaica. What's up, little water? What's up, Samoa? So, you know, me have up in a day you may have up in a fire me Mali.
Serious, man.
It's serious.
You know, but
I'd rather laugh and communicate it That be just like high blood pressure. No, no, no. No high blood pressure.
For me.
Fai ama koso mai ka ngoanga mele ko vanga. Tosa mai lau fala. Se yo vai atu ko vala. O ana mena fai se lau aso. Leilo foi po fea wo. Wo wai ona takata matatongi awoi. How can you pay people on your office office of the governor $80,000 when someone's been working in the government for 38 years for $18,000?
Can I bring this up?
So bad.
Can I bring this up? Religious affiliations, maybe? I don't know.
Well, it is.
A comic just came from behind the camera
Yeah.
of religious affiliation.
It's an opinion.
I'll take that for 100, Alex.
Yeah, see, it's things that have been said. Yeah.
What's under 200? Ding! Religious affiliations.
Dum, 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 dum. Ding, 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 ding.
You know. Now the governor has his own website. Kiki Lloyd.
So, yeah. Well,
Ilang akal ada website ay Google ta 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 ta. Say out finger. Mo folding oudelay. Oudelay fight so say. Maya e ata my lover, my lover. Yeah, I know you can do it, Governor. You could do it. Problem is, your team came in without a plan. What was the hard thing? Didn't you know by then? I'm sure you did. To prepare for the new game, but you should have trusted the people that carried you from back then. That started your campaign. The people that donated that building, that became, your office, your campaign office in Uli. If I would remember her name, I'd give it to you, but I don't. But that person, that building, the person that owns that building, her family, donated it for the campaign. $5,000 here, probably something thousand there. Remember those people as well.
yeah, remember the brunch?
Yeah, we're all those little people, the little people that walked with you from the very beginning. The very beginning until you got elected. The ones that you forgot about. The ones you don't give a damn about.
Taking it easy home.
Sorry, I didn't take my Xanax this morning.
High blood pressure.
Oh, shit.
But tell me, it's the truth.
19 views.
It's the truth. I don't like saying it because I met him and his wife, and at the time I thought they were lovely. But like now,
No, wait. Sorry, I have to interject there. They are lovely people. They're lovely people, but they have their lovely ways. And
which side of the face are you talking about?
Nick Pula is a newbie. All right? He was gone for 40 years? You don't expect to come back after 40 years there and not go with the culture. That's why somebody advised you, fight a because you cannot serve the people if you don't have a chief title. You didn't have the confidence to run as Nick Pula? You just believe that part of the culture? That doesn't say anything about the law. Because when Someone Affairs last administration tried to pull a fast one and talk about, well, maybe your chief title isn't registered. Yeah, but the registration hasn't opened, huh? So there's a conflict of interest in that. So you became Pulali. Yup. We know you hired your own publicist. We know you hired your own web designer.
Let them cook. Let them
Yep.
cook.
We know you have a mirror in there somewhere. You would look in there.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
You would look in the mirror and
I'm a
said,
child of the 80s.
I am going to do my people proud. That's fine. I don't care about that. That's what you do when you went away for 40 years and served the U.S. government, and now you're coming back to serve your people. 40 years, you know what that means? It means you have been institutionalized. Hey. The institution that you did for the last 40 years doesn't fit American Samoa's institutions. That's federal. That's the federal level. We do it local. That means oleava fata fata. That's a word. Oleava fata fata. Male efesidi mulimai ya muamai. Efesidi mulimai ya muamai. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Wait, he has to define who are his people. Is the whole island your people like you were before, or is it now just one specific?
So who are your
small
people?
Religious group. Because I understand if you don't belong to his group, you can't get a job in the government now.
Aha.
Which is
People.
what you accused the prior governor of.
People never registered, Pula never registered his Matai title because he's not eligible under the residency clause for registering a Matai title. Boom!
Balls across the
Jamaica Rebecca.
Hey,
T.
hey, what's up? Hey, Jamaica.
Jamaica Rebecca.
Yeah. Much
Doot,
love,
doot,
much love.
doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. You know, he crushes hard.
He broke my heart. I believed him. I feel like I've been lied to over and over again, like the demons of hell.
So you have a conflict. Conflict. I think the closest somewhat I can interpret that is ese esenga. Right? I'm sure there's a respective someone language word for it. Liva, help me out. Liva say, Yuli, doctor, give me a word.
I wanna be your monkey.
Yeah, man. Does a mockingbird mock? The mockingbird mock? So, rest of these clause, huh? That's right. When I went to try to vote, and they said, "Well, have you been here? Are you from here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from here. I'm coming back."
It jumped through hoops.
You know, like if it took me 30 years. It's the exact same thing that my dad and a lot of elders have said. It's so wise. How wise? So wise. That's true.
What? So what?
So wise.
So why?
So wise. The phono. Conflict with the Senate. With the phono. With the don't seem to hear the people. Don't seem to hear the people. Can you hear the people? Or are you going to hear the people and feel the people's wrath if they're in front of the governor's mansion and it's on the news all over the world with signs up there? You are not our governor. And some other rude remarks
I
on it.
understand the ruder remarks.
There'll be that one belonging in the corner section,
That's me.
the highest sign with all the rude remarks you can say. You know what I'm saying?
Did your mama raise you to be like this? Or were you
You know,
orphaned?
your family name, your father, that you always cling to that story, was probably a one of those pioneering, they're still pioneering Samoans, but one of the ones that started it, like started something in something, he was, with it, what he started with, that you should Google, whoever. But I remember seeing a thing about him that was in black and white. That's Bula's father. The way he was talking, the way he was holding himself up. Man, I just had the feeling, because I grew up with elders like that. If you had said something that would just not sit right with them, they'll give you a knuckle sandwich, bam! No doubt. Yeah. That's the kind of men. It was the statesmen. That was the kind of men. Now we have his son, who went out for 40 years, 50, 40, 50, 40. And then now, sui mea. Yes, we want change. We want change. Have you asked the people what is the change? Or they keep telling you what the change is they're expecting, and now you're doing what you think that they like to happen. But then when you're asked about, oh man, the governor's probably stressed about the ARPA numbers. Where are we going to put the ARPA numbers? That's something big. That's something, if we lose the ARPA because you fix the government, well, that's a risk that you don't want to take. But you put too much effort on that. The people are the ones that have been crying about things that they need. The ARPA money was already here. It was not well spent. And now you have took upon that task. Good. But the thing that the amounts they were paying these people of your staff could employ at least 3 people per one. Get them employed. You're the one that signs off on everything. If it comes from each department, you have the final and last word. Debatedly, but into making that go with an executive decision. Man, suffer. Everybody's suffering. Everybody. Not just the people that you see in fancy cars, not just the people that you see at meetings and towny kind of things. The people that take the buses to and from Starkist at 4:30 in the morning. The people that are taking taxis. The taxi drivers. The people that are in school. The kids. Those are the people. The elders. Those are the people. Not people who are elder in the institution, like, things that we know, but you can't disregard the people. You know that ARPA money? You take $10 million, as you're doing with the other programs, right? And you put that for the villages. How are you going to do that? Figure how many villages in American Samoa. I'm sure you have that information. Take $10 million and split it on how you're going to split that money, because some villages are bigger than others. Split it evenly. Like this district is a big district. Don't expect to be a different amount. If you're going to split something like that, make every village equal amount. And then spread it out to a 5 and 10. There's another deal how to make that. Say, come on, Mr. Governor. My friend. My friend.
It's $1 million.
The thought of everybody getting $1 million is explosive. But it's not that. It's not for the people. You're not just going to say, okay, inga leo ai, ko whika ko, pa, 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 pa. Oh, I have children in there, pa, 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 pa. We have 38 people. 38 people, really? In that house? What is it going to be? Yeah. Mga political appointees. I thought you said you were not going to do that. Political employee. You said you're not going to do what the last guy did. You're going to have a staff, right? But then your political employees, or appointees. My bad. Political appointees. So much for that.
Liar, potty fire.
Aye, Governor. And the medical marijuana that you told me, looked me right in the eye and said to your at the press conference, and said that you support it. How are you going to support it? Did you know that medical marijuana and marijuana legalization all over the United States has been very successful? Why can't the brown people take care of themselves? Why can't the brown people? Oh, because we have a deal. Right. Can we look back into that deal and renegotiate the deal? Stand up. Or is it, oh man, this is generation. Well, then give us the information.
Need some cojones.
Be a man, bro.
Whatever time that you have left, if you're 99 years old, and you said, Moses has said that you're going to leave to be 102, what are you going to do with those last 3 years?
Stop talking to
What are you going to do?
bro. For real.
You ain't talking to God. Those are
I'm just saying,
demons.
stop talking to demons, bro. Stop talking
And just
to
because
demons.
your political people tell you you're right all the time, it doesn't mean you are. They're just trying to suck up.
If I was the governor,
Be wise.
and there was people there
Over my dead body, you never be governor.
that
Because I just could.
would come every morning, sir, good coffee maker, blah, blah, blah. But if there's people like, oh, sir, yes, sir, come here, sir. Ah, yes, 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 come here. That's it. That's it. Kisi. Man, it's not those people. That's a lot of money. A lot of money for a political appointee, staff, EAs, EDs, EFs, FUs, and all those people.
Nephews.
$80,000 a year. What the jelly bean you do? $80,000. This is American Samoa. You forgot. Let me say it again. Maybe I forgot. No. Dry mouth.
Why so right? We on late.
Oh.
We said, we need a new hospital, new buildings, for school, and definitely need a real mental health building. A new prison, a building for elders so they can, feed them.
You know why? Miss Vi, Mrs. Whatever. They can't make the decision. It's too scary. They meet every day, including Sunday. Try to strategize. Put it into gas. Oh, out of waku mishi. But now's the time to fire it. Just shoot the pornat. Damn. Shoot it. You can't hold back. Now that you got to hit it running. You should have hit it running 100-something days ago. All the way from here to Mexico.
Hey, even us, the Mexico don't want to be there. Trust me.
Always have you know, that's number two, right? Comes number two. First, number one, with the Lemano administration going out and all the projects that were up there. You know why people said that they sold $36 million? There's no evidence of that yet. Not yet. But when you have one man, I don't know if he was talking to his lieutenant, disregarded, but the lieutenant was busy with the drug council, the thing with the drug addiction. There was no locking together. It's like, okay, you guys won. Shake hands. Here's this on their part. And then these people, because what was viewed was, here come the new guys. The guys that went out there for a long time, now they want to come back and change shit. Like that. Let's give them a chance. See if they can better from what we left off. Well, we're 4 months in, and we're still moving. Slow as the turtle goes, and the snail's tails. Take advantage of that money that Congress has released in the form of programs. You know, never mind the new government, not never mind, but the new administration. There's people there, boots on the ground, that's been doing it for the last, I think, a bunch of them retired recently, but you know, they did their service to American Samoa. Now it's time to, you know, serve in another respect. Bifaipule, you know, those things. That's our Samoan culture. The new governor, it seems to be threatening that. You know, Lieutenant Governor Pulu, how could you be like that when you have a lieutenant governor as Pulu? Let's explore that. How can you be undecisive? Well, this is all for my own protection, and these are just questions, not assuming anything. It seems that with all that's going around, the way you handle yourself in the office and those words that you make, that gets caught in the ears that are listening in the front or wherever you're at. They hear things. They're very good at hearing, but sometimes they decide to be deaf. That's called deaf by choice. Oh, what? When they knew everything you said. Oh, they didn't hear it, but they did. And the things that your people say that questions all that. So what is it that you're about? You said it many times. And we haven't seen it in action.
Well, Clay Lemuel, he's saying Rocky 4 months, usually administrations hit the ground running, wanting to prove a point.
Right.
This one kind of hit the ground cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, May.
We get cards.
They have this,
Sheboygan.
they have this air about it, like they're entitled.
Yep. That's like,
Entitlement, I think, is a good word for it, don't you think?
well, you know, let's see, like Luisa Cuellar.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Lisa, for killing some of our people. We appreciate that.
Ken Cuellar. Jen and Barbie.
I don't understand so arrogant.
Kene Barbie, Abraham, Ekpalangi.
It's not like you have deep roots.
Hold on. I'm trying to say something, but my Palangi wife interjecting.
Mama said not you. That's upstairs.
Just, you know,
We don't go by it.
Yeah.
But we just don't understand.
Just saying. Don't
how can you,
us, we just saying.
those kind of people, I can speak honestly about that because I go through that. I've been out there. I'm back. I've been back almost 3 years, and it took me a little time to get readjusted. Okay, so I know the rules that we grew up by, the rules that we live by. You know, culture has to be respected. Samoa is Samoa. Whether American or independent nation, Samoa is Samoa.
Bam, 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 bam.
With the word American in front of it.
Man, that'll be something if we come up and we unite as a nation.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be something.
No east side, no west side, no Tongan, no Samoan, no, but like you just.
It's going to take like-minded individuals. It's going to take like-minded individuals.
We unite like
See, what's happening in Upolu, in Samoa, HRPP and FAST. There's so much confusion coming out because there's so many ma'ewaya fait podcast there, ma'ewaya fait podcast there. You know? And it affects that. Because then you have all sorts. Hello?
Jamaica.
Yep.
Jamaica has she says this.
I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jamaica's right. They lacked experience. Yep. I see what the entitlement part. Thanks, Jeff. But the entitled part you talk about, because that seems to be what one of the very first interviews I had was with Dr. Mikaele Etwale, and he was one of the very first ones. It was Lucia Bartley, Etwale, and we're all cousins, and Ben Vamu, current rep. So these two came together, and then I couldn't separate them. As a matter of fact, that was my first interview.
Yeah, man. At A&E.
At A&E.
There's still footage of it.
What's up, Tom? Washington.
Hey, Tom Tom.
My wife loves your music, Tom.
Oh, I love it.
She loved it. She can't wait to see you in play. No experience. No experience. Yeah. No experience, and what do you say, Jamaica? I know who's the new chief of staff. Have they made the announcement yet?
I think they did, no.
Did they? What time is it? Like almost 12?
Yeah. Yeah, it is 12.
Oh, okay, it's 12 o'clock? Damn. So, yeah. All that. Because I know it was down to 2 or 3 people that my ghost advisor, where my sources which is just and it comes to me. Maybe they're from Manua, maybe they're not. Pero mai oiku I e tautai to vai tongi ngai aku. Su e mai au kala. Su e mengi kala I. Ku rei ro mawhawha. Yeah.
Hey, Ratu, an artist.
Well, Rebecca, you know, some people are put in positions for the honor, and let's give that person to see if he can walk out of that mentality and straighten it up. That's just hope. You know, that's just hope. Because it's due time. I sure wish. I really hope that, you know, listen to the people, man. The Kulimanu. That was a fast four for him. Actually, a fast four for Lapui. Lemanu was in there for 12, going for 16. Just bam. But no dice.
Is Lapui ready?
Because the communication was off.
Probably.
The communication was off. And with all that communication, you are supposed to have figured out, okay, go with the culture. Go with who's in there from within. I don't have to tell you. I've been telling you this whole time. 1, 2, 3, ASG. Don't mind the sea.
So you can see.
And keep the white people off the coast of Ofu. Because if one of them trips and falls, if a tourist trips and falls off the coast of Ofu, that's it. Even if you have to try to have a clinic there, no use. And about go to Kushipi. What are we really trying to show tourists about life in American Samoa? And not have an overnight stop. That's that industry. Oh, let's just show people. These people most of them are retired or just take cruise for luxury. They come and they just get on the boat. Let's go see something new.
Yeah, let's go destroy something.
Bum-ba-da, bum-ba-da. Look at these peasants. That's the cruiser mentality.
Like those kids have a duckbill.
What?
You know duckbill, it's that famous, in the desert, it's this formation of rocks, right? It's old as hell. It's been there, you know, prehistoric.
And it belongs to who?
It belongs to the people. It's a national park. You had a couple of 30-year-olds go in there with their kids, think it was funny, and they destroyed it. They knocked it over. My
producer here is saying Duckbill Monument in the States, that people destroyed it, and it's an outrage because it's a national park. That's America.
When people are on vacation, they think that they can do whatever the hell they want.
That's America.
That's not true.
That's America.
It's the ugly side.
Evil people.
Everywhere. It's just like we're going to take. But with these people that destroy these monuments, like you said, what I say about that, let them. Here's what's some dirt. Why is it important to go and look at dirt? Look at the earth while they're taking, mining for minerals. Oh, man.
Just saying, guys.
So, yeah, that's number 3. Finally to number 3. Number 3 is right at this moment, right at this point, right at this junction today, not tomorrow or yesterday, today. All of you out there watching this, I'm going to tell you. This day one, let's say day one, you count how many days something would happen. Not something, but like, oh, all of a sudden, the governor's unavailable. All of a sudden, the governor takes a trip. I'm saying I'm going to give it maybe less than 7, no, let's say less than 14 days. In the next 14 days, the governor is going to have to go to a meeting of something. You should question that. Why is the governor going back again? He should be here. You should question that. Why is the governor leaving the government not to the lieutenant governor, but other people? You should question, what is that meeting for? I'll tell you what that meeting's for. But you have to pay me $9.95. Telling you, the governor is taking a trip to America along with somebody from the governor's office. And they are going to talk something that would be better for American Samoa.
American Samoa or their own pockets?
You know what's better for American Samoa? Being in American Samoa, handling all this stuff going on. You are the governor. Handle governor things. If it's too much to ask, please, but walk away. Are you doing this for your ego? Or are you doing this for the people? The people that you don't bother to learn the culture. The people that you are such an outsider because you don't understand the way things happen here in government and in village. The people here who's been serving and serving and serving, and what do they get? Kick in the teeth. Kick in the teeth. So many people, all these high mucky positions, or did you say high maki? Look, some of you are really good in your job. Like, I don't know. You can identify yourself if you identify with it. But Fesili muli mai, ya mua mai. Fesili muli mai, ya mua mai. Ale ai, o ngā kangorea muli mai. Kuilanga mur. Kur masongi. I just try to find the words. I am trying to find the words. I feel like I've expended time and expelled the American dictionary language. All the cheap words, or not so cheap words.
The $5 words?
The $5 words.
Maybe it's time to go up to $10 words, babe.
Yeah.
We're more must be.
Good more. Kuila mur must be. Pascako rap song up in Ariga. I will move for you, me. Where can walk kuila mur must be. Ingula fagu chin.
You can see his knees trying to knock together right now at our age.
Elele, ore au makoi. Ele ai se oi. Ao kaka ese, e ke o mai. E mai a. E mai kui the mirror must be in. No.
Not fight.
Oh, imachone. Sila tulava. Ya te ilato o mai fo ilato fo leni. Tin, 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 tin.
Makui.
Me whaawhia. Whaawhia. Ona lātou whaavalia. O tangata o le tātou motu ua whaapea. O le whaapea. Ai o le whaimea. Whaimea valia. Ona sa I ua o mai. O te lea fia whai atu. Pa ua le mea a le ai. Kuilimur must spin.
Oh my goodness.
Ka ko anthem ngali Rebecca. Ale huknga ka ko anthem. Kuilimur must spin. Kuilimur must spin. Oh, golo chami karisa. That's right, Jess. Of course. That's the system that this governor is used to, the federal system. It has no soul. Because they always say it's for the soul of America. America's soul is in the Constitution.
But at least in America, we have a system of checks and balances.
And America also has a system of checks and balances. Did you forget that, my governor, dear governor? My governor, dear governor. Have you forgotten?
Governor.
Oh, governor, have you forgotten what we told you to do?
From the people. Governor.
Yeah. Now Samoans are getting arrested in Alaska. I always make fun of them, but man, that is real. That is real. The whole Alaska thing. It's real because we are still considered 3/5 of a person. Toluwai Limba. That's why we are not citizens. Remember what they did to the black man? Read Nixon's or no, read Lincoln's letters. Go to that. Go back. Let's go back. Learn from history. Go back. Google it. Now you have your library in your hand. What do you need to Google? I'll tell you what you Google. You Google what to Google. You Google what to Google. You Google anything. Use another platform if you want. Safari. There's other platforms. But you look it up. They say a phrase. Type in a whole phrase. The colonies in the South Pacific. Or Samoa being a colony. They'll show you occupations. Occupation. Yeah, occupation. Occupation. I thought it said occupation. And the history. The history. Right? Yeah. We are not learning from history. We're doomed to repeat it. And what you need to do, I take it that we're along the same lines. We think the same things because the suffering is all our suffering, not just one. I know we all have our talents to do. Mine is just to turn on the camera and get on the mic. That's it.
And to flap your jaws.
You know, flap my jaws.
I knew it.
Flap my jaws, flap my jaws. Miami, flap my jaws, flap my jaws. I too spent time in America. I spent, that's what, 30 years, about 20 something years. Yeah, no, 30. Yeah. Wow. 30 years when I met my wife. No, actually, we got married. Anyway, you didn't hear that. So you ask yourself, how much of this can you take? By the way, you Samoans that live abroad, this is save your concern. You say, hey, Samoa. I'm tired of saying that. I said it too. I'm tired. Aren't you tired? Samoa. 125 years. Let's take the wisdom. All right? Those of you that's been here for the last 20 years doing your thing, serving American Samoa, those of you, I just got back. And I'm just still trying to find my place. And it's going to take a while, but give respect where respect is due. Respect the lieutenant governor. Respect the fondo. Respect the Senate. Respect the High Court. Respect the people. Pula is a big name in pioneering of Samoans.
You said,
Respect the lieutenant governor, Pulu, because he has the wisdom and he's supposed to be your right-hand guy. He didn't want to be in office, but you went over and convinced him to be your lieutenant governor. And those who said you have a winning chance, was that what they said that convinced you to get Pulu? Then became the team of P&P. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what made you win. It was Pulu, not you and your lovely looks. I'm going to tell you.
sorry. Excuse me, sir.
No. You think the people didn't know that you were going to run for Congress? Oh, do the people know? Well, now they do.
Oh, my.
Yeah, people know that you were going to run for Congress. A little birdie told me, actually. Yeah. Somewhere in the trees of D.C. And there was no chance. He would have no chance. You know why Father Mavaenga, when he was congressman, he was always D.C. and back, D.C. and back? That's why he stayed congressman for a while. And it was just getting to the point. The job got to him. We know that. Because it's taxing. It was taxing on his health. All that traveling and going on the hokulea, that's some cojones right there. And I also told you a story that Father Mavaenga introduced me to you. You rode in my car. We were going to the festival. Father Mavaenga had a shotgun, and he said, "This guy talking about you." That's all he said. And you're no Father Mavaenga.
Hails to the nose.
Governor Nick Pula, respect you as a governor because then you are now the governor. But the things you are doing, you're losing all of us. All of us. Those that brown nose and, but
Two-faced
they're only doing it for the money. I'm sure somewhere deep inside, unless you have soulless robots, soulless. We got to figure this out, people. We got to figure this out. Okay? This is number 3. We got tour boats coming, wanting to be on the shores of Ofu. What's next? Ta'u? What's next? Olosenga? Do you want to go to Ofu? Do you want to walk the bridge to cross 2 lovely islands with bluish waters between the 2 islands where you can walk from one island to the other? You can island hop. Ooh, and probably that's how it was sold. For what? Pennies on the dollar? Legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana. I could count on my fingers on my one hand. There's about 5 or 6 people that already have proposals ready. People who are getting petitions ready. People are getting petitions ready. Not just for illegal marijuana, but it has something to do with their distaste in their mouth about you. So now you know. Now we all know. It's just a hard thing, you know. So I think there's always hope. There's always hope. Hope is good. So it's change. But you don't just change it like, no. Change takes time and it's a process. The reason why the Limanu administration had it streamlined from Lolo to Limanu was because it was continuing that line right there. So this is new. It's been 12 years since people felt like there was an actual election that, because a lot of people that was under the Lolo administration, on the second term, the people were satisfied with the job that Lolo did, right? Then come about to have your second term, the Manu comes to his second term, the people were not satisfied with that. Because the last 8 years with Lolo and 4 with him was enough. Enough. Change the guard, put somebody else in there. Oh, here's this guy. Somebody stood up, okay. Let's see what about, okay. Marist alumni, went to college, went to work for this office, for that office, and then he was director of OIA for the Department of Interior. This is the whole time. See, if I just swing, if not, it's up to you, the people. It's up to you, the people. If you want to get a petition to show that, see, politicians, they look at numbers after they look at themselves in the mirror. Not every politician. The one we're talking about happens to look at the numbers. If 5,000 people have signatures that live in American Samoa are not happy with the current governor and his performance, that's 5,000 people that can make the change. If 500 people, that's people that are dissatisfied, it will get his attention. And he'll do something about it. So with that, yeah. Pudiauko. But, it's never too late. Never. Never too late. All right. That's all I have to say. Peace.